So tell me this. How long is too long to text back someone that you, let's just say significant other, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, for the sake of argument? What's a fair amount of time to like have to hit them back?
Like before they should feel comfortable double texting or something, or like getting pissed off that you haven't replied?
That more so the second, the latter.
Does the person know what you're up to that day?
It's, well,
You know what I mean?
it's
like,
implied that at this point that, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, say, you know, or you have a job where
Say.
you're working all the time and like, you know, it's a good chance that I'm doing something important. Well, not me. This is just, you know, not talking about me, of course. This is just a general person, general topic, of course. But yeah, it's implied that, you know, you're probably like working on some shit or you're in a session or recording a podcast, maybe this general person.
maybe like a one more time podcast.
If you wanted to call your podcast that.
All right. So I have a wife.
Yeah.
And I have a child. So let's let the record show that this answer is coming from that perspective.
You could still have an opinion.
Yes, and I do.
valid.
I do have an opinion.
Okay.
I think that it's like anything, man. It's about communication in that if that significant other knows that you're about to lock the fuck in, whether it's you got meetings, you got sessions, whatever it is that you're doing, you're out playing golf, you're working out, whatever it is, right? You're visiting friends, family, it doesn't matter. If they know and if you communicate, it depends on how close you are, but let's say you're close, right? And they're your significant other, you said this. If you're communicating what your day's looking like, right? In general dialogue, right? Like, hey, what are you up to tomorrow? If you let them know, yeah, got a busy day coming up, whatever. I think that gives you almost, you know, like an 8-hour window, like a work day window.
What if it's I need 8 hours every day?
Then you should just say you're busy as fuck every day. Yeah, I don't know, man.
But okay, what if you don't say that? What's just a general?
If
that's
you
obviously a
don't-
long time.
If you don't say that, then I mean, I think that like them checking in the morning, and then I think the biggest testament of this is that you're gonna have to take a piss at some point.
Yeah.
I think it's a bathroom window.
Yeah.
Whatever, like however long you can hold it. And they probably know. This significant other knows. Like this dude takes a shit at least every 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Every 4 hours. Is that how much you shit?
I was asking about you.
No, I do one in the morning.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Jesus. Every four. Are you shitting 3 times a day?
No. Once again,
Bro, you need to go to the doctor. That's not cool, man. Every 4 hours. How much are you eating? God damn, son. Every 4 hours.
all right, let's stop this.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well. Okay.
But I think it's a bathroom break.
Expecting once
window.
an hour, is that a little?
That's way aggressive.
Overkill?
It's
aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. What's up with you, Ben?
So, have you seen the Fyre Festival documentary on Netflix?
A while back, yeah.
A while
I think
back
when it came out.
Yeah,
What a shit show.
Yeah, so Billy McFarland is the co-founder, along with Ja Rule, of the Fyre Festival.
God damn, they got as close as canceled as you could be after that.
Yeah, but he's making a comeback. This dude is back in the news. He's back in the media. He is doing a press run of sorts. So I most recently caught him on DJ Academic's Off the Record podcast.
Big Ack.
Big Ack was interviewing Billy McFarland, who once again, you know, started. So Fyre was an app. Did you know this? Did you know this whole thing was supposed to like promote his app?
No.
So the app was actually kind of a fucking baller idea. So the app was essentially meant to match people that were looking to book talent and talent, right? So if I'm an artist and I'm going to be in Chicago and I want essentially people to be able to bid on me to come perform at either a regular venue, a private party, a club appearance, whatever it is, it was going to be a marketplace for booking. Which, as someone who booked shows in college in the music industry, it is a fucking nightmare. You're getting overtaxed, right? Like, because you got booking agents, you got whoever involved. So his concept, because he was already booking talent, Billy was, his concept along with Ja Rule, and the reason why he was working with Ja is because he had booked Ja Rule in his like experience as a promoter, if you will.
And then over some drinks, he threw out this crazy app idea.
Yeah.
I was like, let's fucking do it.
Exactly. And so this festival was really meant to be associated with the launch of their app.
That sucks.
And it completely hit the fan.
Oh man.
But
so wait, but his comeback is doing podcasts and interviews? What's the comeback?
It's unclear. I think he owes $27 million in restitutions to the investors that he frauded or that he lied to, essentially, right? So he was charged with cases of fraud where he essentially kept raising money because he was under pressure to pay for the event, right? He was running into obstacles like, how do we get clean water, food, shelter, like all these things that he really didn't really think through.
Clearly.
Because this was just on another level of event that he hadn't done before, right? So he's essentially kind of doing a media run almost in an effort, it seems, to drum up, he's getting paid actually in a lot of these situations. So he's actually making money to start doing appearances on media platforms to start paying investors off. But 27 million.
Yeah, he can never have another event though. There's no shot any investor with half a brain is giving this man another chance.
I'm pretty sure
if your fail is so big that you got a Netflix documentary about how much of a fuck up you were, you're not getting more money from any halfway smart investor.
Dude, it's wild. I think he will.
Really?
I think he will.
Are you going to a Fyre Fest too?
It's funny you say that. That was literally the name of the academics podcast.
Oh my God.
Fyre Fest 2.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear. I mean, hold on. Actually, hold on. While I'm looking that up.
Who in their right fucking mind would give that a shot? I mean, clearly it can't possibly be as bad as the first one.
Fyre Festival Part 2. Is literally the name of the episode.
I nailed it.
Yeah, and it's not like a part 2 of academics' podcast. It's literally like what you're saying. Yeah. Fyre Festival 2. Jesus Anyways, so shout out to Billy McFarland for being the world's best scammer, apparently. He's giving scam a whole new name.
I don't know if he legally owes 27 million. I don't think he's a very good scammer.
Dude, but he's out there doing him, It's how is he just allowed to be going around? Anyways, so today on the pod, we want to discuss a topic we've kind of discussed in passing on the pod, on the interviews a few times. And this is this concept, and it's been in the news recently, of sampling and copyrighted music.
Indeed.
Right?
Shout out Ed.
So Ed Sheeran most recently beat a case where he was sued for using the melody of Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, but he was sued, I think, by Marvin Gaye's
co-writer.
Yeah, co-writer, exactly. And so Ed won that case. First of all, did you hear the snippets of both songs?
Yeah, absolutely. And
what's your take? Did he copyright the melody?
It's such a gray area because the law isn't even very clear on what is doing too much and what's not. In my personal opinion, when I heard the two songs, I don't think that he stole. I don't think
at all.
I don't think he owed at all. I think he's completely fine. And he said he was going to quit music if he lost the case. So that's another W for Ed. But I think it was completely blown out of proportion. This gray area kind of law opens up the doors for people who live this, American lifestyle where it's just sue kind of thing. And it's oh, you might be able to make millions of dollars. Let's take a shot just for fun. And you don't realize how it affects other people, which is super shitty in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I didn't think the song sounded similar at all. I mean, not at all.
You can hear it,
but only that because it was brought to my attention.
Right, I never would have put that connection
so
together.
Many other songs can I listen and immediately point to that sampled and from this. Right, because there's
and it wasn't
legendary
sampled,
song.
right? It was interpolated. It wasn't like they used part of the audio from.
But same shit is what I'm saying. As far as I can point to whatever it is that maybe was interpolated or covered, or if it's a lyric, if it's a melody, if it's a loop, whatever it is. Typically, in the ones where you'd think a lawsuit would be possible, I'm able to tell, off the no one needs to point.
It's got to be a smoking gun. Okay. You clearly heard this song.
Yeah.
Obviously. And that in this case, it's he could have very easily there's only 12 notes in music. There's only so many chords. You're gonna hear something again. It's okay. Don't be afraid to sound kind of like something. I talked about Virgil Abloh's rule of 3%, changing something a little bit. Now with music, if you don't want to get sued for copyright, you might want to change it maybe a little more than 3%.
Maybe like 7% or some shit.
I actually saw there was a producer. It was just some clip I think on Instagram. He was like, "My test, man. When I sample a song, I play the loop and then I Shazam it, and if Shazam doesn't find it, then I know I'm good."
Oh shit,
that's fucking genius.
The Shazam test is next level,
right? Yeah,
bro. Shout out who
I gotta find it, man.
Oh my god, we
shout
need
out
to know.
you.
Yeah, shout out to that person because that is about as good as you can do.
It's a great test, right?
If Shazam's AI is not figuring it out,
then you got to be good.
Fuck the courts, right?
But it's this stupid game that has developed now that's just for producers. It's like, how much do I have to manipulate the sample where they can't tell? It's like you have to guess. Like, okay, can they not tell that I did this? And because you don't want to run into a situation where you have to get a sample cleared, which in general costs absorbent amounts of money.
Yeah.
And it's like music is sampling, man. Like it's all about, no one just was born and then didn't listen to music and then made a song.
I think my biggest problem with all of it is I'm all about everyone getting their just due, right? Like I want people to be paid for, things that they created and other people that are, monetizing off of their art, right? Just like if I invented something, I wouldn't love for people to just completely go steal my shit and make tons of money off of it.
You want Google to just make a new version of it. And
but in this sense, it's almost like we're dealing with, of course, patents almost, right? Like it's the similar thing of do patents ruin the fucking like economy of just products in general? So then my question to you is like, as a music consumer, right? As a fan, as someone who loves to listen to music, do you prefer songs, or are you a fan of songs that you can clearly tell that something has been sampled or that it's pointing to an old song's melody or an old song's lyrics? Like, are you generally a fan of that?
I love it every time.
Dude, I fucking love it.
I love it. It brings like a nostalgia, but it's new, it's old, it's new. I'm like, oh shit, that's that song. I'm a huge fan of that. And I agree with you that the original writers should get their dues, like you said. But this whole game that everyone has to play, it just gets silly at this point. And just the thought that someone could sue someone in an attempt to get some money is silly to me. Like I hate that it's kind of come to that. There should be more clear laws. It should be more clear, on what you can do, what you can't do, and it's also funny, like the people that have different opinions on what's okay to use and what's not. You have the guy that makes a Drake song with Drake AI vocals and it goes viral and it's actually a pretty okay song. Like it's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
And then it's removed from the internet. Drake's people hate it and get that shit out of here. And then you have Grimes coming out and saying, make anything you want with my AI voice, but I get 50%.
Yeah.
Which I kind of lean that way. It's like, unless you think it's tarnishing your brand, maybe as a songwriter, but if it's clear that that's not, you didn't make the song, just someone borrowed your shit and you can just make some extra passive income from it, I don't see what the big deal is. It's the same as like, why do people not clear samples for some artists?
Yeah. We had North Ave Jax on here and he talked about how he sampled some song that apparently blew up on the Twilight series, I think.
Yep.
And him and his label decided like, fuck it, we're rolling the dice, we're putting this out. Immediately ran into issues, right? So decided to take the song down and pursue getting it cleared, right? So Jax even pulled a trick out of, whose book did he say he pulled it out of, where he wrote like a handwritten letter
to
someone? Jay-Z did it for Hard Knock Life. Annie. For the Hard Knock Life sample. And so he even wrote a fucking handwritten letter and was like, please, like I really want to use this song. And there's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. What is the motivation there? You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it wasn't even a matter of a price.
You don't have to do anything.
You just reap the rewards.
Just make money. It's music. Let people sample your music.
Make money and let something new and dope
exist.
Come to life.
Yes. As a music producer, I don't want people to rip me off. I want to get my money too. But like anyone, go for it. But I'm going to get my cut. But like anyone can do it. I don't have to like the song necessarily. We talked about Ray Shremmer's new album. We talked about the Stan reimagining that I'm not a fan of personally.
The lean's gone cold. I'm wondering why.
I actually kind of like that bar, but just the song in general, like I don't know. Eminem cleared it and Dido clearly, they both cleared it. You know, it came out on a major label. So
it sucked.
They're trying to get their money. I didn't like it either.
Dude.
The album I liked, but, we did that on another episode. Go stream that episode.
Yeah. So I think that it's almost human nature to want a remixed version of something that you already know and love.
That's the best shit. The best music has something familiar and something new.
But I'm almost talking in the literal sense of like what we're discussing right now, sampling and covering and whatever.
Literally.
So Pretty Girls Walk with Coil Ray and Big Boss Vet, I believe, is an interpolation of a old song. Another one is Rodeo with La Pat and who is it? Fuck. Hold on one second.
Check the notes, Ben. Where's your notes, Ben?
Nah, La Pat and Flo Milli. Mm-hmm. That's another, cover, if you will, or sample, if you will. These are songs that are on XM radio all the time. Like I was just listening to like too much XM radio over my, past week's beach trip. And these songs were just in constant power rotation, like we talked about with Jason Reddick. And it was just, these are songs we already know about. So I think we just like, clinging to shit almost, right? Like something that we already liked, as long as it's like a, cool version of it, I think we're just drawn to that type of shit.
Shout out DJ Kool Herc, who basically started the wave of chopping up a drum break from an old funk song, take some James Brown song, loop the drums, and come up with something brand new, man. I mean, that's what it's all about.
For sure. I think that as hip hop fans, we're used to it. It's how it was started. We feel nostalgic when we're listening to songs that have samples. It's become a huge part of the producer community within hip hop. Digging through the crates was literally, that term was created from sampling, right? So I think that that's why we love it, man.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it go anywhere.
Me neither. I mean, shout out Juice WRLD one time, RIP, but like making, Lucid Dreams that interpolated a Sting song fucking went crazy. Is his estate now owe Sting 90% of that song? Yes. But did he become Juice WRLD because of that song? Also kind of yes. Was it worth it? Fuck yeah. Steal like an artist, my friends.
And until next week, Henry, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Oh.